as always, came through, clashed through on some assignments. Work was good. Everything was good. We played soccer. Yes, we played soccer.
Yes,
yes.
we finally won.
Yes, we won. Yes, we won.
We finally won. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yes, we won. We won our intramural game.
Wow.
Yeah, Ziggas FC are up.
Yes,
and we won the smoke.
I think it's 4-3.
Yes, it was 4-3.
Yeah, I was getting the notification at home. I couldn't attend the games, so.
Oh, good.
But I mean, you guys did well. You made us proud.
Even though some people didn't have hope in us, we made it.
Because I actually didn't think you guys were going to win, but yes, you did well. You did well.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Were you the keeper at the?
No. I played my actual position.
So who was the keeper?
The keeper was the same guy though.
The guy that's
yes. But guess what? Next week our original keeper is coming back.
Yeah.
Yes. Liam was there.
He played?
Yes, he scored. Liam was there.
Wow.
Yes.
Now you're turning up.
Yes, I called Liam.
Cool stuff.
I told you I was gonna call him. I called him.
So the team is shaping up.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Things are going well.
All right. Anyways, you're still live on Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio. We want to say a very special welcome once again to everyone listening to us. Those of us listening from Newburn, those from Greenville, wherever it is you're listening to us from, even those listening to us outside the United States, we are so excited to be here this morning, and we are happy that you're joining us live. So you can call on your friends, your families, your neighbors, everyone around to come on and listen to this wonderful, wonderful, amazing show. Patrick, it's been a wonderful month so far. Today is the last Saturday of the month, and it's been the women's, is it Women's History Month or Women International? Something about.
It's Women's Month.
Oh, just Women's Month,
yes,
yeah.
Women's
Okay.
Month, yeah.
And okay, so I remember that 8th of March was International Women's Day.
Yes.
So, but the entire month of March is Women's Month. So
and guess who was born in Women's Month?
Who?
Yours truly.
Oh, that's true, Patrick.
Yes.
Yeah. So, funny enough, this week, unplanned though, I what's it called? I watched a movie.
Okay.
Shirley. I don't know if you heard about it. Shirley on Netflix. Ooh. And it's about Shirley Chisom. She's the first woman to be elected, first black woman actually to be elected to Congress in the United States.
Oh wow!
I just stumbled on that movie. I didn't plan to.
Wow!
And then it was actually, I just felt like it was timely. I mean, just now that we're celebrating Women's Month, and just that exact time, I am watching that kind of historic piece.
Yes.
And for me personally, I like watching biopics. So it was just a wonderful time to learn about. And interesting thing about watching biopics is after watching the movie, the characters are real characters, real human beings. So you can go online to just search for them and then read more on their story. So I saw a lot of those actual characters. We are still live here on Awesome Radio, and we'll be going on a very short break. Please do not touch the dial. We'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Kyle Horner from Carolina Arthritis Center. Living with arthritis or joint pain doesn't have to limit your life. At Carolina Arthritis Center in Greenville, we're Eastern North Carolina's only private, single-specialty rheumatology clinic dedicated exclusively to your joint health. Our experienced team offers comprehensive care all under one roof. From consultations and joint injections to on-site laboratory, X-ray, bone density testing, and our specialized infusion suite. No more running around to multiple locations for your arthritis evaluation. When you need expert rheumatology care, choose the specialist who focus solely on conditions like yours every single day. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your mobility and comfort are our main priority. Call 252-321-8474 or visit carolina-arthritis.com to schedule your consultation today. Again, that number is 252-321-8474. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins.
Thank you for listening to the Awesome Radio Network from whatever means you're listening. We're on the call sign of WECU 1570 AM and 107.5 FM, Greenville, Winterville, the Pitt County area, and parts of Kinston. On WNOS at 1450 AM and 102.3 FM, Newbern, Bayboro, Havelock, Pollocksville. Radio on WBISLP 106.9 FM, our Hispanic Christian radio on WYLT 100.3 FM, Rocky Mount, Nash, Edgecombe County. Don't forget, we are worldwide and global at awesomeradionetwork.org. Do you have something to say? A message for the masses? Reach us at 252-756-3137. That's 252-756-3137. We are Awesome Radio Network, where God gets the glory.
Welcome back to Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio, and it's been an amazing show so far, even though we just started. We're about to get into our community news recap, brought to you by Carolina Arthritis Center.
Yes.
So we're going to get into the news very quickly, and then we still have a very wonderful conversation this morning, but we'll get to that shortly. So let's get to the news. Patrick, what do you have?
For our first headline, we have that Greenville set to come alive today with culture at the Mosaic Multicultural Arts Festival.
Yes, it's today's wonderful Mosaic Festival. But let me just get to the news quickly.
Yes.
Greenville will host the Mosaic Multicultural Arts Festival today, Saturday, March 28, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Wildwood Park, organized by Merge Gallery and Arts Center and the City of Greenville. The free event will bring together diverse cultures from across the community for a day of celebration, connection, and creativity. The festival will feature multicultural artists, live performances, food trucks, vendors, and interactive activity booths. Organizers expect around 1,500 attendees this year, offering residents and visitors a chance to experience global culture through arts, music, and food while building stronger community connections.
Yes,
We're going to be there today, yeah?
Yeah. It's going to be fun. It's going
Come
to
and
be
watch
fun.
Victor.
Yes, come and see
Victor is going to be
Victor
performing.
Ihuka or Ihuka. Come and see.
Victor is going to be performing. So, guys,
Yes.
turn up. You're going to see
Turn
Victor
up and see
today.
Victor. Yeah.
Superstar Victor.
Yes. We also have Pitt County schools may cut up to 70 teaching positions due to budget challenges.
Yes, Pitt County schools may cut up to 70 teaching positions next school year due to failing student enrollment and a major drop in funding. District leaders say the plan is to reduce staff through retirements and resignations, but layoffs could happen if those numbers are not enough. Officials expect to lose over $9 million in state funding, partly because fewer students are enrolled. And like many districts across North Carolina, Pitt County is also dealing with rising costs and end of pandemic relief funds. Leaders say tough decisions are ahead as they try to balance the budget while still supporting students and staff. Wow.
Yeah, that sounds like
Yeah.
a lot to think
Yeah.
about, and hopefully things work out for the students and the teachers in the long run. Okay, moving on. We also have Pitt County leaders raise concerns over proposed property tax reforms.
Yes, Pitt County leaders are urging state lawmakers to be careful as they consider changes to property tax laws, since nearly 60% of the county's funding comes from property taxes. Officials say limiting this revenue could hurt key services like education, public safety, and health programs. Lawmakers are exploring ways to reduce property taxes, but local leaders warn that doing so without a clear plan would create funding gaps. With no state budget finalized yet, county officials say uncertainty remains high and are asking legislators to consider the real impact on local communities.
Yes, we also have, for our last news segment, we have ECU sees growth in education students despite the statewide teacher shortage concerns.
Yes, East Carolina University is seeing an increase in students studying education, even as the state faces concerns about a teacher shortage. In 2025, ECU welcomed 938 new education students, making it the largest teaching training program in North Carolina. Wow. Despite this growth, experts say it's still not enough to meet demand. Many teachers continue to leave the profession. The fewer students are entering traditional teaching programs. ECU is helping fill the gap by expanding scholarships and growing alternative pathways, allowing more people to transition into teaching careers. I think ECU is doing a lot, to, of course, one of the, goals for ECU is to serve the surrounding communities, and I think they're doing a great job at that. So shout out to ECU, East Carolina University, for taking up that responsibility.
It is true, because when you apply for scholarships, you see all the scholarships and what they do.
Yeah.
And one of the most highest scholarships is one for teaching. It's like at $14,000.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one of the big ones. I remember applying and I got excited. I'm like, 14,000, let me apply to that. And then I look, oh, you have to teach an education major. I was like, oh, okay, sorry. But yeah, ECU is doing a lot to, have our education major students, pull up with their courses and help them with their funding and all. So yeah, shout out to ECU for doing that and trying to save this, this major that is very important for the role of, students.
Mm-hmm.
Because teachers are the first step to everything that we do, right?
Yes.
So yeah.
Anyways, Victor is saying something in the comments.
Yes, we are seeing
but
some
we can't see it. So
yes.
But anyways,
wait, let's read the
why
news.
is Victor not here? So
Wait.
actually, for those who are wondering why Victor is not here, Victor is actually representing the team at a community service. So today is Spring Fling, and is representing the entire crew. So shout out to Victor Ihuka for representing us. But for this one that is saying in the comments, I can't see it, so
Yes,
I'm going to skip it.
on the comments, I'm only seeing holla everyone. It's Omotayo here.
Yes,
Yes.
Amatayo. It says
Yes.
we are all at Abba and we are rooting for you.
Yes, that's
So
what.
shout out to Amatayo and the entire crew at
yeah.
Abba.
Mhm.
Thank you for always tuning in to listen to us. We are so grateful and we are happy that you're enjoying this show. Today we have a very, very, very packed show for you. Today is just both of us here, but trust me, it's going to be nothing short of amazing. We
Yes.
have a very, very interesting conversation. We are asking a question that many of us deal with every day, but don't always, stop to think about it, right? And the question is, are people too sensitive today? So I think, this conversation is actually a very sensitive conversation.
We're going to see how sensitive
It's
we
a sensitive
are.
conversation, so we're asking, are people too sensitive today?
Yes, yeah, and hey, as AY said, it's just AY and myself in studio today, but that does not mean it's not only the two of us, it's ourselves and you.
Yes.
You can call into our phone lines are now open, and our
Yes.
phone lines are 252-356.
2008, bro.
Yes.
2008. You know what? I'm going to put the banners up so that
Yes. Yes.
everyone can, also be part of that. So you can call into 252-756-2008 on Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio.
Yes.
And it's going to be a very, very amazing show today, trust me.
Yes,
So we're asking all these questions to see how people are responding to different things, today. So the questions are still, are people too sensitive, today? I mean, of course, compared to, because there has to be a point of reference, right? So what are we comparing it to? We are probably saying what it used to be and currently, because we live in a very sensitive world. So
yes.
the other questions are, do you think people today are more respectful or just more sensitive? That's another wonderful point of conversation. And we also have another question here, which says, should we be more careful with our words or develop thicker skin?
Yeah, well, I think we should also go on an extra limb and say that there's also generational differences.
Yes.
What was acceptable 20 years ago might not be acceptable today. And of course, culture matters.
Yes.
And the way we were raised, the environment we grew up in, the shape they shape how we communicate and what we consider offensive and not
Absolutely.
offensive.
Yeah.
And so it's it's actually it's an interesting story because in one of my engineering classes, my engineering algebra, my linear engineering algebra, as I told you guys, my teacher is from Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember the first day he introduced himself. Like the first day was just syllabus and intros, and he was telling the class how he's from Ghana. He likes to watch soccer. He doesn't really get American football and all. And so he was and then he was asking some things on American culture, some questions that he had, and like
He was being careful. With
yes,
the way
he was
he's
being careful with the way he was asking. Yes, and the class was
I
just
understand.
trying to yes. We're still on Awesome Radio. We'll be going on a short break. We're still on Awesome Radio. Don't touch the dial. We'll be right back, and we'll continue on this good.
Awesome radio. Yes, awesome, awesome. Can you hear it? Awesome, awesome, awesome radio.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Welcome back to Awesome Radio. This is still Pitt Perspectives. And we are so excited to be here this morning. We know you're on the other side, you listen to us. And shout out to everyone dropping comments in the chats. And we're so excited to have you. And today, like we said, our topic is a very sensitive one. It says, are people too sensitive today? The questions we're asking you is, do you think people today are more respectful or just more sensitive? Should we be more careful with our words or develop thicker skins? And the last question is, where should the line be drawn between honesty and offense? Okay, so let's start out with the very first question, which is, do you think people are more respectful or more sensitive? I'll pick it up from the story you were trying to share of your teacher.
Yes.
So, or your is it linear algebra? What did you call it?
Linear algebra. Yeah.
Yes. So he's trying to tell a story or probably ask questions
Yes.
about someone else's culture.
Yes.
And I think something like this actually happened yesterday.
Oh.
Yesterday night, where we were trying to get food, and I the person that attended to us, and I said, "Oh, gracias."
Oh.
And then you said, "Oh, that if I had said that to maybe someone who was probably Spanish or Mexican, they would have probably taken offense." And I'm like, "Why?"
I said sometimes they do. It depends on the person.
Yeah. So, and I think that's part of the conversation we're having. Like, if of course, obviously, I'm not from where the person is from. I'm not, I don't speak the language, but I know that gracias means thank you, right? And then you've done something, and I say thank you in your language. Why should you take offense that I'm thanking you in your language? In fact, I feel like it should be a point of connection for you to feel like, oh, this person is trying to identify with me, which I think should be a positive thing, as opposed to, and I understand what you're saying perfectly. I know that there are probably people that will take offense, maybe because they think, I don't know, but you get the idea, because, and that is still kind of the point of today's conversation. So what is the line between saying we're respecting someone and then, oh, this person is being too sensitive? Because at the end of the day, we need to have these conversations, right? Talk about these things. If this person is trying to ask questions about your culture, why does it have to come across as, or maybe I'm being disrespectful? Of course, obviously he's not from here, so if he doesn't understand American football, it's okay to ask questions and say,
yes.
So, but now he's being careful.
Yeah.
He's counting his words. He's checking. Oh, don't let me say something that will offend someone.
Yes. And he's a teacher. He's in a position where he can
Do you understand? Like,
he has to be careful. Yeah.
I kind of understand the part where we are trying to respect other people's cultures, respect other people's, but I also think that if I'll go straight to answering the question, I'll say that I feel like people are too sensitive these days, and now I will have to be careful because it's a sensitive world, and it's a sensitive topic.
Yes.
But the truth has to be said.
Yes.
The truth is, people are more sensitive these days. Something happened some years back, I mean pretty long time ago, someone said that
someone said that
what's that?
yes, people are sensitive these days. Do you see the comment
Yes,
above
yes,
that?
yes.
I don't want to read it, but
People are
yes,
sensitive
people are
these days
sensitive these days
yes.
because we have different perception levels. We perceive things differently, and as such, we are sensitive to things. That's Omatayo.
Yes,
Yes.
that's amazing.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, that's true. A lot of people are more sensitive these days. And
Mhm.
I was going to share a story. So there is this popular Nigerian artist, Kobams Asuko, for those who know him. He's visually impaired.
Yeah.
You can't see, but this guy is so talented. Like, he's extremely talented. His fingers are so good. Like, he plays the keyboard,
Oh, he
the
plays
piano,
the keyboard. Okay.
and he's also a music producer. He has produced some really really big, songs in Nigeria. Very very big tracks actually,
Mm-hmm.
and produced all of those. So it's really good. And he was invited to a talk show, and the host was going to ask him if he was born with that condition, like, or was it that he lost his sight at some point, or that was how he was born. So the host was going to ask him, and he was like, were you, he wasn't sure how to go about. Should I say, were you born this way, or like, should I say, were you born visually impaired, or should I say, were you born blind, or should I say, he wasn't too sure how to say it. He was struggling with how he was going to ask the question. And I think Kobams noticed that was happening, and he just smiled and was like, oh, this is what you want to ask here. And I was like, oh yes, this is what I want to ask. And he smiled, and he answered. He said okay, and he answered the question that yes, he was born that way. But the idea is, he kind of tried to make the guy a bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
To see that, okay, guy, it's okay to ask the question.
I mean, it's good to be considerate,
Yes.
especially people that have
Yes.
people that are impaired. Like, we actually have to be
To
considerate.
be considered, yes. Very
But
true.
sometimes because I don't know if you know Trevor Noah. I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm just it
I mean,
reminded
that's
me
great.
of something. Trevor Noah mentioned that he was at a show, and he was about to do a deaf joke, and like a deaf joke, and so the joke goes, so he's trying to do the joke, and this guy that is deaf goes and says, why didn't you do the joke after the show? And he goes, I would do the joke, but the people, maybe you might not get offended because I'm mentioning you, so for the deaf person, Trevor is mentioning them, so they feel seen, right?
Yes.
Just like everybody, like he's treating them equal as everybody, because he makes jokes about everybody. Now he makes a joke about him, so now even as a deaf person, Trevor treats him as equal, right? He doesn't have to make a sign language joke for him, like, because it's so. And he's like, well,
The people that are going to actually get offended
yes,
are
and the
even
people
those that
next,
are not.
yes,
Yes,
those that
yes,
are not, yes, those that are not deaf
Or
will
impaired.
get made for you, and like they'll get mad on behalf for you because they feel like you can't stand up for yourself, and they'll try to show.
Do you know that even the word you used for that might be offensive in some quarters? Because yes,
what do we say now?
maybe
Or what?
I mean,
Sound impaired?
maybe, but I'm sure I'm not wrong to think that saying that somebody is blind as opposed to saying somebody is visually impaired might be offensive, right? And that's like the point of the conversation about being sensitive. And I like what you said about respecting people too. Like, yes, it's okay to be respectful and not get on people's bad side. But I think there's a comment that we need to take from Omotayo.
Yes, Omotayo says what AY sees as nothing is what Victor might take seriously.
I agree with that.
I
agree
it's
with
very
that.
true, by the way. I don't know, Omotayo, do you know Victor personally? Because this
Please
analogy.
continue
Anyways,
with
it
it.
goes on to say, I'll be more careful, more
Yes.
respectful to AY than I am to Victor. I would be careful of spiking AY's rage.
No, I
think
don't.
you should
I don't.
switch.
I don't agree
You
with
should
that.
flip. You should flip the names in that second
The last part.
Yes, you should flip the names, but it makes perfect sense.
I don't agree with that last
Yes,
part.
yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yes, what might spike one person,
Yeah,
another
might be
person
okay
might
with
see
another
as
person. Absolutely.
nothing, like frankly nothing. So it's about value. It's about what that person in question values whatever is being said or whatever.
Now, What you just said now is going to lead us to the next question. Talking
Okay.
about thick skin. It says, should we be more careful with our words or develop thicker skin? I agree, and this is also to point to the fact that we live in a very sensitive world, because now I'm being careful of my words, but I agree to the fact that we need to be careful, respect people's boundaries, respect other people in different groups, and not say something that would offend or trigger anyone. But at the same time, I also believe that some of us have thick skin, and probably because of background, upbringing, where you're from. Someone like me, I'm coming from Nigeria, where you need to be tough on a normal day, right? Living in Lagos, sometimes when you're driving, I just tell you something about Lagos. I'm like, in Lagos, you have to be like average. You have to be very tough as a person, because there are so many people, in Lagos, and things are very, very fast paced. So nobody has time to quote and unquote. Now I'm trying to be careful so that I don't say something that offends, but say babysit anyone in a sense. Like, nobody's waiting to check whether you like it or not. Nobody's watching out for emotions. And I don't think that is the perfect world, honestly. I also think that on the other side, it's okay to respect people and make sure that everybody's happy, right? But at the same time, you cannot, get it for everyone. Anyways, we need to go on this very quick break. You are still live on Awesome Radio, and we'll be right back after this break.
Awesome Radio Network is gearing up for our annual Mother's Day and Father's Day gift bag giving for the residents at McGregor Downs Health Center. $10 will sponsor one bag. If you would like to donate towards this community event, contact us 252-756-3137, and together we can show the love of Jesus, encourage and brighten the hearts of the residents during their stay at the McGregor Downs Health Center, Greenville. Donor's name, organization can be attached to the cards if desired. To learn more about this annual community event, contact us at 252-756-3137. That's 252-756-3137. We are a 501c3 organization under Community Care Fellowship, doing business as Awesome Radio Network, where God gets the glory.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. On Awesome Radio, Pitt Perspectives. We have a caller on the line.
So I think we just go and take the call.
Yeah.
Hello, you're live to Awesome Radio. Who do we have on the line?
Happy birthday, happy belated birthday to Patrick.
Who is this?
This guy is.
Who is this?
Who is this?
Please, who are we talking to? Please, introduce yourself, please.
Victor.
Hey.
What? Yes. Hey. Victor, are you sure you are still here? Why are you?
Is this wait?
Happy
is
birthday!
This, yes.
After many weeks.
Wait. Is this?
Happy belated birthday.
Wait. Is
Hey,
this?
Jesus.
Is this the man that I call Victor? Ihuka?
Yeah, the man they might call Victor. Man.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
Why are you guys slandering me?
What are you? Yeah. What are we talking about?
Why are you guys? Somotayo, you.
You will have to. You have to come and take this mic and do it yourself.
Yes.
Because if you talk any, I send you off this call.
Yes. But anyways, Victor, you've been listening on the show. You
Yes.
know the questions that we have. For one, we're talking about sensitivity in today's modern age.
Yes.
And
And,
we are
so the first question is: are people too sensitive today? Do you want to take all the questions at once, or should we break it for you?
No, one after the other.
Oh yeah. So the first question is: are people too sensitive today? And please be very careful, because you might land in trouble because it's sensitive. Sorry, please go ahead.
So, I think on a general, yes, people seem to be more sensitive today. But then, individual, I think some people have more thick skin than others, right? Yeah, but I think generally speaking, especially in the culture, I mean, people are picking to be offended by anything. So yes, people are kind of too sensitive. I mean, ask Patrick. You and Patrick, are you both too sensitive today?
No, I'm not though.
I don't think I am.
Okay. Oh,
No sensitive.
okay. You are not. Abi, why?
No,
You don't think you are, Patrick?
Yes,
No.
I don't think
Wahala
I
now.
am.
No wahala.
Yes.
Dog, what's the next one?
This guy.
Well,
You, if you
yes.
answer the question, are you sensitive? Are you too sensitive?
I mean, not too sensitive. I think I can take. I think part of it is cultural too, though.
Yes, true.
You know
true.
how like some cultures, like you can really go hard at someone, and
Mm-hmm.
you know it's part of the culture. You know they have thick skin. Whereas some cultures, I mean, it's something you all know from experience too. Some
Yes.
cultures, if you say something, you know they could take it slightly off. But guys, I have to run now. But it's nice talking to you all. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I should come down here as soon as you all are done. Okay.
We'll think about it.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
Yes.
bye-bye.
Yes.
We'll
Yes.
think
Yes.
about it. Thank you very
Yeah.
much for calling. Have a really, really
Yes.
nice day. Yeah.
Yes, we have an amazing comment. We have two comments that I'm going to take. First,
Yes.
Ballhome 801 says, "I may like to pull a correlation between respect and being sensitive." And Sarah Leger, who was on the show last week,
Yeah.
says, "Hi friends, can't wait to see you perform at the Mosaic Festival." Yes,
Yes. Come and watch Victor.
Yes, everybody should come. Victor will be performing.
Yes.
I think he's going to do great.
Yeah, I think you'll do great. So
yes,
great.
is
Yeah.
so amazing. Some may say the best.
Yes.
Yes. Anyways, yeah, we are on the topic of sensitivity, and I wanted to say something I wanted to point out is sometimes people once you let them know that you're not sensitive, or you put it out there that you're not too sensitive, they then try to test how exactly thick-skinned are you. Like sometimes they go above and beyond just to see
So this is
how much they can get away with.
You know, so funny enough, this thing that you just said now, from where I come from, if you try it,
Yes.
the person that you are trying to test if he has thick skin
Yes.
will now test you to find out if who has the thicker skin. So whatever it is you are giving to him is going to microwave it and give it to you double.
Yes.
So you have to look out for yourself too.
Yes.
But anyways, I would like everyone to join us in this very, very wonderful conversation. We're asking if you think people are too sensitive today. You can call us on our studio lines on 252-756-2008. 252-756-2008. You can join in on the conversation. We have another comment in this comment saying that this is from Bellhome 801, and it said, "I think respect was a core value in the past. The society has evolved and lost a degree of respect towards another, given the influence of social media feeds, causing people to be more sensitive." Wow, this is a very, very interesting perspective. So this person is saying that there used to be a lot of respect,
Yeah.
so people didn't have to put up their guards.
Yes.
Interesting. And then because people are today more disrespectful, according to Bellhome, I'm not saying that that's the case, people are now putting up their guard to protect themselves because there is a higher, of course, because you're now more exposed to media feeds. Someone that you've never met in your life can say anything to you on social media. So now people are more sensitive and
They
they're
don't care.
that's honestly, I don't think I thought about it this way. This is a very, very interesting point of view. So realizing that back in the days there was no social media, so a lot of the conversations are quite limited, right?
Yeah.
You only meet with people that you know. And there's something that a lot of people say, that some of the things that you guys see online on social media, when you meet this person one-on-one, you can't tell them to their face, right?
Yes.
So this is a very, very interesting perspective, really, because now, because there is no more barrier to communication in that sense. Someone you've never met before, you could be chatting the person online.
Yes.
So people are more sensitive now because there is a higher probability to be more exposed to disrespect. If I can use that word. Wow, that's interesting. And I think I agree with this perspective, really, because in as much as I believe that people are more sensitive today than back in the day, or let's say too sensitive, this is a very good reason for that sensitivity, like in the sense that now we are more exposed, so everybody has to be more careful. You have to protect yourself. Well, that's interesting. I think that we actually need to deal with it from the roots, which is addressing the issue of disrespect, addressing the issue of respecting other people's cultures, respecting other people's boundaries, and then making sure that we don't trigger anyone or say anything that is offensive to anyone. But back to what I said at the beginning, I talked about that greeting or saying thank you in Spanish.
Yes.
I still stand on that I don't think that should offend anyone.
Yes.
But I understand where you're coming from, because there might be this stereotype around saying, oh, when I see somebody from this place, I speak their language. Some people might feel offended. For me, if you try to speak my language to me, especially if you get it correctly, I'll be so happy, even if you're not from where I am. From where I'm from, right? So if somebody who is not from where I'm from tries to greet me in my language, especially, and gets it correct, even if you don't get it correctly, understanding that this is from a very pure place, I can then correct you to say, oh, this is how it is said. But I can see the effort. I can see that you're trying to connect with me on a deeper level, right? And I understand where that is coming from.
Oh, so we have a comment. Belhome 801 says, "This is Augustine."
Oh,
yes,
this is Mr.
Augustine.
Augustine.
Yes.
Because I was wondering, Belhome.
Yes. He said, "Keep up the great work, Patrick and AY." Yes,
Yes,
sir.
thank you very much,
Yes,
sir.
so,
We're
holding
happy
the house
to
down.
hear for you.
You know, it started as 3 little pigs that built a house, a strong house that the wolf couldn't blow away, but one little pig decided to.
Who is this guy?
You don't know the 3 little pigs?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No,
Okay,
I
it's a kid's story. Like, kid's story, yeah.
Okay.
It teaches a young age. Yeah, but anyways, back to the topic.
Yes.
Yes,
The next.
should we
Should we take the next question?
Yes,
or
let's take
should
the
we
next
stay?
question. Let's take the next question.
Yes. So the next question is: do you think people today are more respectful or just more sensitive? I think Mr. Augustine already kind of
Yes.
touched on that, talking
Yes.
about the
Mhm.
fact that back in the day people had more respect for themselves. So it's like it's both now. It's both that people are today less respectful.
Yes,
and then
more sensitive.
as a result, people
Yes.
have to be more
More
sensitive,
sensitive.
to
Yes.
protect themselves from
And the truth is,
disrespect.
I think respect as a core value is like it used to be more emphasized in the past.
Yes.
Like, you know, older generations, like society was more traditional. So tradition, is
Especially
what-
from where we're coming from.
Yes,
'Cause
tradition
I
is-
wasn't here then.
Yes,
So I can't really say
yes.
much about.
But like tradition, no, like even here, like I've heard stories where
okay.
like people talk about, you know, you had to do this. Things used to be like this. Things used to be like it's global. It's a global thing. Like
Okay.
respect used
Cool
to be
stuff.
like, you know, and especially with age, you know, that age gap. Say, adults are always respected by, you know, younger people, and today it's like you need to earn my respect.
Yeah.
Like you need to earn my respect even if I'm younger than you. Like I can't just automatically respect you even if you're older than me, which is a crazy statement to say, but it's like that's how society is now. Like for me to respect you, I must look up to you in some sort of way, or must have mutual respect because
Yeah.
I understand what you do and I respect what you do, and you know, just for that. And so it's like currently most young people are like, why should I respect you just for respecting you? What have you done to deserve my respect? It's like,
Yeah. I think we had this conversation on a previous episode talking about respect, and I honestly think that the idea of respect is more about me than the person I'm trying to respect.
yes.
If you're a respectful person, you don't necessarily have to, know someone to respect them. I mean, basic human dignity, human respect for one another, like you said, mutual respect. Because if you as a person too, you know that you would expect the other person to also, reciprocate that gesture of, respecting the other person. So you have to, be respectful. Somebody made it. So there was a very sensitive topic that was trending on X across all social media platforms, actually in Nigeria in the past week, and it was already almost leaning towards a gender war online, a virtual gender war online. Like it's a very big topic, and there was a particular lady who dropped a comment about somebody had shared a video about how a lot of, and this is also a very sensitive topic, so I have to be careful about how I talk about it. About how, so it was I think it was a practical video of showing something. So a lady was moving. It was a dark street, of course, not like entirely dark. There was light, but it was let me just say lonely, not dark. It was at night, and it was a lonely street. A lady was walking, and then the guy was coming behind her, and he was just coming, and then
He was just walking.
he was just walking behind her, and then she started moving fast,
Yeah.
and then the guy noticed,
Yeah.
and then had to cross to the other side just to
Yeah.
let her be.
Yeah.
And so people were, having a go at it and saying, "Oh yes, to be careful, so that because ladies are scared of a lot of guys, especially in the lonely streets and all." And people, there was a lot of back and forth on it.
Yes.
And then there was a lady that dropped a comment.
Yes.
And after reading the lady's comments, even though not like I agree with what she said, but like I still had a slightly different opinion. But I agree with a lot of what she had said. But the first thing I said when I was going to reply to her is that I really, really appreciate the way you responded to it, because a lot of guys came at, I won't say they didn't really, not like they came at her, but like they were challenging what she was saying, not even in a disrespectful manner in a sense, but like they're just challenging what she said. Like, what about, and then she responded very, very respectfully, pointed out our points, showed us our points, and told us, "Oh, this is this. And I said, I really appreciate the way you responded to everyone who dropped a comment. And the reason why I did that was because I've noticed that in the day and age we live in, if you, especially on a very sensitive topic like that, when you drop a comment, a lot of people that are coming from a place of emotions. They are very sensitive to the point that, and I've seen this on social media a lot. Like, instead of now addressing the topic, and that's why I don't like dropping comments at all. The only thing that makes me comment is football. Like, if it's about Manchester United or Arsenal, like, I can drop comments. But most times, rarely will I drop comments on social media, because someone might come and just start insulting you. Like, can you address the topic and leave me out of, like, why are we going at the person and not the issue on ground? Do you understand? Somebody doesn't agree with what you've said. Instead of stating out their point, they start abusing you, calling you names. I'm like, from where to where? Right? So, and for it to get to that point where basic human dignity and respect is now being seen as something special, because that day when that one laid out her point, I'm like, this is really good. Like, just go straight to the point. Tell us why you are saying this. There's no need for attacking people. And that was the only reason why I had to drop a comment too, because I'm okay, this is a very respectful person. If I say something, even if she doesn't agree with me, she will lay out a point, respectfully, and then we'll have a decent conversation. That is very rare in today's world.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that is very rare, because these days, if you say something someone does not agree with you, they are coming to abuse you. I'm like, why? So I feel like a lot of people, like you said, are very disrespectful online. Like, it's difficult to hold decent conversations online with random people, like strangers. And I understand, I mean, they are strangers. I don't know them. We've never met before. We'll probably never meet again, right? So some people are coming from, I mean, probably they have some trauma they are dealing with in their life and stuff like that. We can't tell. So I understand that some people might be, some things might be triggering for some people.
Yes.
Right? But I also think that even in the midst of that, when you are talking to a stranger online, basic decency, respect. If you have a point that is contrary to what they've said, you can even go as far as saying, "Oh, this part of what you said I agree with, but this part I'm not sure if I agree, and this is why." And then you state your point, right? Yes. Instead of saying, "You are very this, you are very that." Why would you say that kind of thing? I'm like, why can't I say that kind of thing? This is my opinion. Yeah. You just tell me why you disagree with it, with your points, right? And I think that it's a very sensitive world we live in.
Yes, and I think people should realize that. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, see, I wanted to, like, for those who are still listening to us, this is still Awesome Radio, and you can join the conversation. Call us in on our studio lines on 252-756-2008. 252-756-2008. It's a very, very interesting topic we're talking about. Are people so sensitive today and want to know what you think? If there is a thin line between respecting people's boundaries or being oversensitive, you can call us in and share your thoughts with us. Thank you very much for listening to us. So, Patrick, please go ahead.
Yes. What I was going to say was that, for one, we should always remember that everybody is entitled to their own opinion.
Absolutely.
And so you can't control what the other person is going to say. That's just what it is. And I was just gonna skid off the rails here and say that when you're talking about social media comments, my favorite comment is that is AI, or this is AI, or like that phrase right there. Because yesterday I watched this video of this lady that has her dog. This dog is so well trained, like I've never seen anything like it. And the dog then gets treats. They do all these different tricks, and then the dog gets treat. And she had 3 treats, and so she goes, "This is from me, this is from God, and this is from the devil." And the dog turns away. Yeah, it turns away. And this is from the devil, and then it goes, take it from the devil." And like she literally brings the treat as close as possible to the dog, and the dog turns away as much as he can, or as much as she can. I can't remember the gender of the dog, and then she
Please go ahead.
and then
Go ahead.
and then she goes, "Oh, okay, it's okay, now this is from God." And then the dog, like that same treat, the fact that now it's from God, the dog eats it. And then the dog goes to the tray. There's like the dog has a bunch of toys, and the dog grabs the toys, and when the dog's done playing with the toys, there's a basket the dog picks up after itself and goes to put the toys in the basket. And I was reading the comments like, "Oh, that's such a trained dog." I said, "This dog is more trained than me." And then I saw a comment that was the most liked comment, and the comment was, "My dog said this is AI." And the other one was, "My dog can sleep for 15 hours straight." That's the best talent that they have. But that comment, "This is AI."
Yeah, and it's not even coming from me. It's coming from his dog.
Yes, which is funny. That comment can save a lot of conversations. Like if you got into a heated conversation with somebody online, you can just say, "This is not even me. This is AI," and the conversation is over. Because you can't even be mad at that because it's AI. You don't know. We don't know what is real and what is not now online. So if
Bro, that thing about what is real or not.
Yes.
It's like everything I see now, I'm second guessing. Is this real? Is this AI?
Exactly. So yeah, so I think we should all try not to be too sensitive, but at the same time, that does not mean that we should go ahead and go an extra mile and start disrespecting people anyhow because we're expecting now everybody to.
I know there's if one of our friends that almost got into trouble for just saying something that is honestly, as far as I'm concerned, just basic random stuff. But like now, people are looking at him in any kind of way, maybe thinking he's being racist or something. But I'm like, this is just. But anyways, we are still live on Awesome Radio. This is still Pitt Perspectives, and we're going to be going on this very short break. We'll be back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, this is Akila speaking here from the Awesome Radio Network. We are your vehicle to help drive the gospel of Jesus throughout all the world and to every creature. If God has placed radio ministry on your heart, we'd love to connect with you. Our number is 252-756-3137. That's 252-756-3137. We are Awesome Radio. We're growing. Thank you for growing with us.
Welcome back to all our listeners. This is still Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio. And to those who are listening to us from Newburn, we're saying thank you very much for joining us on WNOS 102.3 FM and 1450 AM. We're so happy to have you join us this wonderful Saturday morning. And we'll be wrapping up this conversation, then we'll get to community events coming up.
Yes, this is the final home stretch of the show.
Yes.
Everybody that has been here has been contributing in the comment section. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. And yeah, I just wanted to say that okay, we have a comment.
There is one last question, which is the last question is what should be the line between honesty and offense? But before we go into that, I'll take this new comment from Mr. Augustine. He says, I think if it is not really necessary, you can stay off from commenting on something that doesn't bring value to you or the society.
Yes.
Amazing stuff.
And that's one thing that also comes to mind. Like, I barely.
Oh, wait, sorry. There was a comment before that. He said, I don't think you have to be careful with your words. Irrespective of how much you try to fine-tune your statements, someone will still find offense.
True.
Yes, that is true. So anybody that wants to be
Yes, if
get
anybody wants to
offended
be
will be
offended, they can
yes,
find a way
no
to
matter
be
what you
offended.
say.
Yes,
Like
true.
something as simple as saying gracias
Yes.
can offend someone.
maybe.
I'm taking you back to that.
Yeah, you must be this guy. Anyways, this guy
What is the
he spun the wheel.
But it's the truth now.
But anyways, yes. I was also going to say, going back to my teacher. I think I have about a minute, or two. Going back to my teacher. I don't know if you know this saying, but you know when you, like, for example, typical African parent. You know, Africa is a big place. It's a big continent with 54 different countries. But it seems to be quite common in some African countries that parents, once their male child, for example, cuts their hair really short, they say that they look clean.
Yeah.
And when you go to church, specifically on Sundays, when you go to church and you put on a suit, you look good. And they say, yes, you should be dressing like this more often, right?
Yes.
That phrase. It has no offense to it. Or you should be coming like this every day. Like, you know, you should dress like this every day. It's just a phrase. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just saying, you look good today. You look more presentable than often. So my teacher from Ghana, so he made a comment to a student. That I'm not in the same section with them. And so, but this student and I are taking an engineering design class together, and we're in the same group. So he now asked the question that if somebody says that oh, you look really good today, you should dress like this more often, does that sound good? I'm like, oh, that sounds some type of way. Like, yeah. So does anybody else say that? Is a professor ever said that to you or anybody else? He was asking our group. Everybody goes, no, the professor has never said that. You know, that's because everybody is like media trained now. Like, everybody is right. And then he's like, yeah, so that's what the professor told me. I'm like, oh, and we're all like, who? And he says the teacher's name. The moment he said his name, I came in to defend him, and I said, okay, guys, let's take a step back. So, for context, this guy is from Ghana. And with American culture, it's different. Like, the perspective, it looks so bad in American culture, but like, if you're in his shoes, it does not look bad at all. In fact, it's more innocent than anything else. The phrase just means that you look really presentable, and he liked, like, he was commending you on how you put that on the outfit you put on. Yes, he is not saying that you don't look good all the other times. He's just saying that in this moment specifically, you looked really good.
But honestly, the truth is the truth, anyways. Because and that's going to the last question that talks about drawing the line between honesty and, you know, being. So I understand the fact that you have to also read the room. There's something that as reading room. There are places that you know that this thing, if I say it here, even though I don't mean it that way, it won't come out. No matter how I say it, it's not going to come out nice. So I also understand that you have to be able to read atmospheres. You have to be able to read the room and understand. If you choose, like you say in my local palace, like this thing you want to say it in your hand and try to listen to it first, and if it makes sense to you. So I understand that part where you have to be, you know, read the atmosphere, read the room, understand this setting. If I say this thing here, does it make sense? You can say it elsewhere and it makes sense, but here, should I still say it? So I think we should be careful for that. Let's quickly take our upcoming events this week, and the first one is the Greenville Mosaic Multicultural Arts Festival. We've mentioned that already. It's going to start by 10 a.m., which is in like 4 minutes at the Wildwood Park today, and we are going to be having food, culture, performances, and Victor Ihuka and the Global Connections NC will be live by 12:20 p.m.
Yes, we also have Frogs Greenway Cleanup. That is in the Greenville Mall area. That is March 28th from 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Come help keep our Greenway clean. No registration is needed.
Okay, and we also have spring vendor events and Easter egg hunts downtown Bethel, March 28th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to be having family fun, vendors, and community vibes. As we wrap up here, this is something to think about. So Patrick is going to give us a weekly inspiration.
Okay.
Professor Patrick, please go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, communication is not just about what we say. It's also about how we are heard.
Deep.
The
deep,
clock
deep.
it. As Victor would say.
And of course,
As Victor would say, clock it.
and sometimes listening is just as powerful as speaking, actually.
Yes.
And it's important to respect other people's boundaries, understand that even though it's okay for you to say it, like me saying gracias, I think is okay, but I have to be also be careful for other people not to offend anyone, because if that is not my intention, then I shouldn't do it at all, and make sure we're cool. And with that, we've come to the end of this wonderful show. I think we held it down.
Yes, we held it down. Yeah.
Without so thank you very much, everyone who was
same
joined.
time, same
We'll see you
place
next week. Bye.
Boom. There was no